Okay, people, let's get started. Let me remove this. As per usual, we are getting all set up here and we are going live. We are live right now. Shout out to Facebook, everyone on there, and everyone on YouTube as well. It's just being a little wild and whatnot, but what what would Expose Weekly be without a little bit of technical difficulties? Okay, we are live, people. I am super excited to be back here with you guys for Expose Weekly episode 9. I still can't believe that we are already on our 9th episode, and we're only getting started, and that is the best part of all of this because it just keeps getting more exciting and all that good stuff. And we get to come here, and despite everything, we're on lockdown, no one can be at anyone's house, whatnot. But thankfully, we get to be here virtually, people. And I am so excited to be here with you guys at YEG. If y'all don't know, my name is Daisy. I am your host for today. I am super excited to be here and have our guests here. And I know if you guys have been seeing, you already know who's coming. If you know where this swag is from, then you also know who is coming on. But before we get to that, guys, as per usual, we have to do a little bit of housekeeping. Guys, if you want to get involved or you want to be featured on our Expose Weekly, please reach out to us. We are booking for the new year for February and March. So please reach out to us. We would love to meet you, learn more about you, and just share with YEG what you are all about. We are super, super excited. Also, guys, tomorrow is Friday, okay? Even though it does, I don't know, to me, it doesn't really feel like days of the week because we can't really do anything, but it is what it is. Tomorrow is Friday still, and I am still excited because we are having our Fresh Fridays where we will be featuring different things that are going on around YEG. And guys, we are starting our featured Fridays officially tomorrow. So make sure you tune into our page to see which artist, creative, business, who knows that we are going to be featuring tomorrow, guys. Okay, guys. Also, make sure y'all stay tuned till the end of this because we will be announcing our giveaway because we want to say thank you guys so much. We are at 1,300 followers, and honestly, guys, you guys are amazing. You guys have been riding with us, and we want to say thank you. So make sure you stay tuned into this video, okay? Okay, guys, so I know you guys are just in your seats and you're just listening and you're like, okay, let's get to it. Introduce this guest because, guys, our next guest is nothing short of amazing. Like, there's just too much. Like, even in this time that we have, I know it's not even going to be enough to, like, go over everything with our guest. But, guys, okay, I'll just go. Let me stop rambling, okay? We are having LaConnexional. I don't know if I said that right. I do not speak French, okay? My friend actually recently just started like slowly teaching me so I can actually say, let me show you guys because I actually am proud of this. Bonjour, comment ça va? Okay, right? Okay, that's it. I know you guys thought there was more. There was more, but honestly, I don't remember it. But don't even worry. This is a perfect time I'm learning another language. Basically, by what I said, you could basically call me bilingual, but we'll talk about that another time. But yes, guys, we are having LaConnexional. Let me give you a little rundown. LaConnexional is a social enterprise that strives to showcase the talents and contributions of the African, Black, Caribbean, and Latino communities in Canada through a variety of mediums while focusing on building capacities within these communities. Y'all, if you have not heard of LaConnexional and what they have been doing, y'all, don't worry. I'm going to bring our guest on. Guys, do not hound me. It's coming. Okay, guys, we are getting set up. Let's get Yvonne on here. Perfect. Hey, hey, hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Not too bad yourself.
Good, thanks. Okay, perfect. We
Oh.
are set up. That was pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth. I'm happy about that. So, Yvonne, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. It's been a long day, but I'm doing okay. Hopefully, this life goes a lot better than the rest of my day. So yeah.
Oh man, honestly, I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
like I feel like there's just something in the air. Like people are really going through something. Like it is like the testing. Like, is this going to make you or break you? Like, I don't know. I said this on my little talk,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I really feel it. Like this is the next stage. Like great things are coming, but honestly, what I keep saying, like the road to greatness is not an easy one. If it was, everybody would be there. But trust me, the rewards, your rewards are already paying off. So
I mean, no, I mean, sure. Let's say,
it is.
sure. Yeah, but
Honestly,
yeah.
we see where your hard work goes. Like it shows. So,
Thank you.
no,
It's teamwork. It's teamwork. It's a lot of people behind that. A lot of collaborations, and yeah, awesome.
no,
How about you? How you
your
doing?
team is killing it. Pardon me?
How you doing? How about yourself?
Good. Honestly, not too bad despite everything that's going on. Like, honestly, life is life. But besides it, I'm super excited because we get to come on here and chat. So I'm like, I'm just focusing on that and everything that I can control, I guess. Um, so yeah, I'm super excited to be here. So as of right now, I'm awesome. But yeah, I guess we should just get started because I know people are like, okay, let's go. And I like to ramble, so I'll stop myself. But yeah, tell us about yourself and tell us
um,
about La Connection now.
yeah, sure. So about myself, my name is Yvon Tuko. I am originally from Cameroon. I moved to Edmonton. Vanessa, she does an interview. I moved to. That was my sister. I moved to Edmonton in 2012. About now, like 8 years ago now. And yeah, and so like I started getting involved in the community through dance. That's the way I really started getting involved in the community. That's the way I actually started feeling like Edmonton was home. I started dancing with Sangaya Heritage Festival. I remember those.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
how
remember
we
those
met.
days, Heritage Festival days. Like, and from there, I think I also got involved with like Let the Come Up, Africa Unite, a lot of other initiatives, and also at school on campus, and like I think that's really how I got involved. And like connection, I started out of frustration. So during university, I met Patrick, one of our co-founders, and he's the one that really got me into like I started dancing socially in Edmonton, so learning salsa, bachata, kizomba, and so he's the one that we started doing dance classes together. I
Mhm.
joined the dance club of the Campus Saint Jean. We became really good friends, and
Yeah,
so when La Connexional was starting, I'm gonna put that here, is we were just frustrated because we couldn't go to one of the clubs or one of the venues that we usually go on a weekend to have a good time and listen to the music that we're listening to every day, which was like Afrobeats, Caribbean music, soca, dance hall, but also salsa, bachata, kizomba. And so it was kind of like, it's not happening. How do we create that? There were a few clubs that were already doing that in Edmonton. I remember not studio, no, I don't think they were playing that much at that time, but it was E-Bar.
yeah.
E-Bar
I
was
was gonna say,
E-Bar. Yeah, E-Bar, yeah, E-Bar was like, E-Bar was playing that music and all, but it was definitely an older crowd. It
Yes.
wasn't like university people. So we were just trying to create our own space with like younger people in the room and whatnot. Nothing against an older crowd. We're just trying to create our own thing. But no, Iba was dope though. They have really dope music. But anyways, so we wanted to create that, and so we decided to rent a venue where we're always going. We rented a venue. It was a Thursday night. Thursday night. None of us had ever really done a party, and yeah, that Thursday happened, and we sold out the place. It was a Thursday. People had work. The next day, people had school. I had school. Everyone had school, and so that was kind of like the start of LaConnexional. And you know, right there and then, because I'd already been involved in community, seeing that many young people in the same spot was just crazy to me. And we started thinking about like how do we go from just doing parties to actually like creating community and to actually creating structure, resources, and like building something different. So yeah.
Now, honestly, like, yes, I've been seeing like where Connexional has been going from the beginning, and I love it. Like the way that you guys are just growing and flourishing, it is amazing. And I did miss out on the first festival that you guys had, but trust me, I did not miss out on this. I was pregnant and all, and I was like, I'm not missing out on this because thank goodness I didn't, because look at where we are now. But I'm like, no, I am going. Like it was vibes. Like you don't go to stuff like that like you don't have stuff like that. That was like once in a lifetime Edmonton experience.
That means a lot. That means a lot. That means a lot.
No, but it was super awesome. Like guys, I'm gonna say this throughout the video, like throughout the live. Go follow Connexional because you guys do not want to miss out on what they are working on. Right? Guys, okay. So tell us, what is your favorite part about being a creative? And I guess you're creative, you're also like a business owner. So, I guess you could just, throw it all in there.
That's tough. Like it's interesting because it's still hard for me to think about me as a creative technically because I feel like I dance, I do dance and I've taught Afrofusion classes in Edmonton for about like 2-3 years, but it's I don't know, it's a little bit of that imposter syndrome. I feel like a creative, you have this idea of a creative to be a person that does all these cool things from like someone that will like paint and do all those things. So it's interesting because sometimes I still don't see myself as a creative technically, but I would say over the years the most fun thing has been able to just explore and do different things because
Yeah.
like again with like dance being able to learn a different dance, learn a different style of dance is always amazing. It's always you're actually learning not just learning about dance, but you're also learning the culture and how where the dance comes from, where the struggle of the dance comes from. There's a lot of things that come with that. And when it comes to also like I think in general, like creating, I think with La Connexional, we've been experimenting a lot, and personally, I've been experimenting a lot with like creating fashion or just creating like merch. And it's been like a fun ride. I'm not a designer by trade at all, so I've just been experimenting with a lot of things, using a lot of different programs to just create things that I think look cool or that I think people can appreciate. And I think the most fun part about being creative is just being able to. It's such. How do I say that? It's such a. I think for me, specifically with dance, it's such a healing experience, or it's such a great getaway. When I dance, honestly, even if I'm just in my room and I'm dancing, especially when I vibe with a song, I'm just gone. Like the stress, the worries, all of that is gone. And I think for me, that's probably the most fun and the best part of being a creative. You have an easy getaway because of the art and the creation that you're able to put out there.
Definitely. Well, just so you know, you are a creative. Okay. No, you are doing great things and you're creating all the time new content on like how many different levels. Like even like honestly your videos, like your dance videos, I'm like, you know what, I want to do like even like music, anything. I'm like, that takes time. Like, that's not something that you can just like, okay, let me just quickly set this up, position myself, okay, and throw it up. Like, no, no,
That's the
no.
thing though. Like lately, that's literally been it. It's been like, yo, I don't have time to do a choreo. I'm just gonna reuse the moves that I use over and over again, and just kind of like doing a different way, or just vibe with the song as it comes. So yeah, I think it's yeah, but like definitely it does take a lot of time to create. You know, like it's
Mhm.
even like exposure, like be able to like take an idea of like, okay, we're gonna do if something weekly, the setup and all of that. It takes a lot of time, a lot of behind the scene work that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah,
Like it's really it's crazy. It does take a lot of time to create anything really out of nothing. So
right.
yeah.
No, it is a lot of work, but trust me, we are seeing what you are doing. It is paying off. It is awesome. We are loving it. Okay, so I guess here's a good one. What is your most memorable event you've hosted?
Uh, Honestly, I think this my favorite one is the Afro Latin Festival. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think any of what we've done so far can like equate the experience that I experienced at the festival. And actually, it's crazy because I'm usually stressed at the festival because we had to handle a lot of things. But when I get into it, I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. This is lit,
right. No, it's awesome. You're like, I
so
did this. Like, we did this. Our team worked so hard. This is what we were working for. Like,
exactly, and it takes like six, like our last year. So the first year before we actually had the festival, we had a live music show. The live music show it took us like maybe less than a month to plan from end to finish, which was crazy, but it was just kind of like something that we did on a hunch, on a gut
yeah,
feeling. And so the live music show it was crazy because like again we were doing only parties before that, and we're just trying to find better ways to engage people in different ways. And so when we did the live music show, it was kind of like a test run, and people just loved it so much. We're like, this has to be a festival. There's nothing like this happening in Edmonton. We went from like 150 attendees at the festival at the live music show to like 500 people at the festival the next
yeah.
year, and that's like what a 250% growth or even more. And yeah, that was really, I think festival is the Afro Latin Fest is 100% the favorite one.
No, it was big. I was like, honestly, like, I'm like, I cannot wait till everything, like, we can have
Oh,
events and stuff
oh,
like that, just to go out. Like, everything, it's just gonna hit different. Like, it's gonna be a whole different experience. Like, no, like,
and
nobody's missing out. Like, those tickets are gonna be gone. So yeah,
it's,
like I
it's
said, I'm gonna say go follow LaConnexional, because when it's time and this drops, I'm telling you, they sell out and
yo,
sell fast. So
we can wait, and like we are planning something pretty big when it comes to the festival because so far we've only had a summer, no, a winter thing.
yeah,
We're planning something for the summer, but not your typical summer thing. So that's still in the works. Can't give too many details because nothing is like super finalized in
yeah,
stone, but it might be a huge partnership for us, and I think that would take the festival experience from like 100. I mean, I'm gonna say 80% to like 160%. So I'm really excited if that actually comes true and when things, less restrictions start. We have less restrictions
yeah.
about COVID and all like events. Yeah.
Yes, speaking it into existence, like putting it out there, everybody. No, like, guys, like I said, you better follow them because y'all don't want to miss out. Okay. Um, so I love this question, and I'm super excited to ask you this, because you and your team have worked with so many people, and I feel like you guys are amazing with collaborations. Like, phenomenal. Like, I look up to you guys. I'm like, this is what I want to be with, exposed with everything. I'm like, the way you guys are just like on it. I'm like, that connection out here and there and there, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, okay, to the question. What is your favorite uh, and most memorable collaboration to date? If you can name one.
One is hard. I can only name one.
Okay. You can,
Okay,
let's give
okay,
you two.
two.
Let's give you two.
Okay, so the first one that comes in mind, which was I think was a really dope event, was with Pay Me Through Art. Pay Me Through Art, if some of you don't know, they're a collective, and the collective that strives. Maybe I'm gonna mess this up, but they showcase artists in Edmonton and probably like outside of Edmonton as well. And they've done before we collaborated. I've always been looking up to them because they've done a crazy good job at curating events around art that were just like amazing. A lot of the artists that I now follow in Edmonton is because it's because of Pay to Art. So we did a collaboration that was La Femme, which means like woman in French, but also in English, femme is being used to basically say woman with X. And so that was definitely one of our favorite ones. It was an art show at the city center inside of the old ATB. The whole place was created. We had like dance performances. It was just a nice blend of what La Connexional does with art, and it was just really, really dope. Second collaboration that was most memorable would be the one with Second Coming. We did a collaboration. Second Coming is a local brand. They have the their design, the way everything around the brand and how they create the brand from scratch to finish is insane. And I've always wanted to work with grocery for like I've been harassing them to work with them for like 2 years, and he finally gave in. And like it was a good up event. It was in the basement. We had the whole place was curated and like set up. So both of both of my most favorite collaboration were definitely with art, like creatives, people that I actually consider as creative were actually with creatives, and yeah, those were really dope. And the last one would be with Exposier. That was like 3 years
Oh my
ago, and
gosh.
so that was we collaborated. We brought in Don Flex from
That was a vibe.
that was really a vibe. That was dope. So yeah, little bonus there. That was also the collaboration. So yeah,
And fun
yeah,
fact, y'all, Dawn Flex, that was our first ever event with Expose. That was like a week before our first ever event. And it was honestly, it was thrown on us. I remember being so stressed out and we're like, where are we going to have this? But it was a vibe. And I was like, I wish we had more time to let people know
yeah.
because it was a good time. But
Mm.
and then even then there was the year after, like a year to date, we had the another dance workshop.
Another dance workshop. Really inside of a church. It was it
No, it was what's his name from P-
you-
downtown behind McEwen.
I'm forgetting. Ah,
I think
oh
with
my
P
god.
Square.
It's correct. We've done so many events. I have to go on our Facebook to
I'm
see.
like, you know,
Yeah.
we
Like,
had an event and it
we
was like
had, we
a
had
year
another one.
ago.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
No, that is so awesome. Like, I love it. Okay, yeah. This is it may be a big question, and if you don't have to say like your largest hurdle, but what is one of your largest hurdles being a social enterprise, and how have you or are you overcoming it? I honestly wanted to ask this because we haven't had like well, we've had actually C Tribe come on here, but we haven't had too many like social enterprises. And I think there is a lot of people who are very interested in it, but are kind of like, or that are having the same hurdles. Like I know whenever I talk about my stuff, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not the only one dealing with that. So,
Mhm.
yeah, what would be one of your largest hurdles?
Oof, I think for us, one, our team, there's a lot of people that think we do a Connexional full time. I'm like, nope, this is a part time thing on the side that doesn't bring any revenues at all.
Yeah.
Like I think the biggest one, the hardest thing is figuring a way to bring in revenue so that we can actually reinvest that money into other things so we can create structures. That is the hardest thing. Something at the festival, for example, is a great event. Everyone loves it, but the way we price a lot of our things is in relation to community and making sure that it's accessible to most people. So the
Yeah.
festival, for example, is not an event that's bringing any revenues, for example, like full disclosure.
Yeah.
So you come to the festival and you have the best time ever, right? So it's kind of like trying to find that balance between providing access to the experiences we want to put on, but also bringing actual revenue so that we can reinvest into
Yeah.
other things that we're doing. So that would be the biggest one. Secondly, definitely time. Time, time is the only resource that we we have, like, uh, that is finite. You can't really get back time, and having, we all have like full-time jobs, or even those that have part-time jobs. We're all spread across now, like the world. Now we have one of our founders that's in Germany. We have some people in like Calgary. We have someone in
Yeah.
Toronto. So time to collaborate, to work together is really tough because it's part-time and we can't really afford to go in full-time yet. And so, yeah, so that would be two. Three, figuring out how to, yeah, I think those would be the two biggest one. And
Yeah.
if I have to add in more, is really uh, is how, yeah, like how do we really create a space for us to have like full-time staff that can get paid, they can actually do
Right.
this full-time. Because if I was doing this full-time, or if any of us was doing it full-time, what we see now is nothing. Like the things that we could do would just be like banana. So yeah, I think that's the hardest thing,
Right.
figuring out a way to like not to monetize, but to bring in consistent sources of revenues. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, like people don't realize like putting on events is a lot of money. Like not only money, like the work. Like it's honestly, it's like even putting the money in, I feel like is like I feel like I'm like okay, like but the work that has to go with it too. And like once you put in the money, you have to put in the work because you're like, okay, the least we need to do is make back our money. Okay.
Yo, it's like when you break even, it's like, okay, good, we done, we
Right?
break
You're like,
even.
okay, we're good. Let's enjoy the
Yeah,
rest.
right. So yeah, that
Right.
is definitely a struggle. Yeah.
That is so. Yeah, no, those are some like many social enterprises and even businesses. Like, I know that that is like a common problem and like struggle that they deal with. But trust me, we're going to figure it out. And once we do, like the things that are going to happen, like you said, it's going to be crazy. So it's
Exactly.
coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
it's coming.
Okay, so we all know what is happening right now. It is COVID. We are in lockdown, I guess, number two here in Edmonton. How have you guys adjusted due to COVID?
It's been tough, and I think, I mean, that's for everyone, right? It's been super tough. I think the way we've adjusted was that, well, from the start with LaConnexional, we've always wanted to be kind of like a community hub, or like a community space where you can really find everything and anything that you want.
Yeah.
And so, from the beginning, we tried to develop different branches of LaConnexional. So, which is why you're gonna have the LaConnexional page, you're gonna have the Afro Latin Fest page, you're gonna have the Laco Tribe page for the American, then you now have La Vida Boots, which eventually is gonna be part of the LaConnexional family. So,
Hmm.
because we've been doing our best to diversify from the beginning. When the pandemic hit and we weren't able to like do the events that we were hoping to, or to actually keep going forward with some of the experience that we wanted to do, we started not focusing more, but we started putting a little bit more time towards the things that we work online, like our merch. So like we weren't really supposed to do any merch for like the other year, but it's like how do we keep engaging our community while also yeah, how do we keep engaging in our community when we can physically do experiences, which is so important for our cultures. The way we connect, especially through dancing, through all those things, is really face to face. We talk like in our culture, language is really tied to being present in the moment, right? So yeah, it's like we had to find other ways to connect with people. And so the Merc was one. before the pandemic even hit, before the whole BLM wave also started, we were already working on our mobile application. So the mobile
Yeah.
application, we started working on that about 2 years ago, probably like I would say January. We started thinking about it through like probably January 2019 or
Hmm.
2018. And so around December, November, we're actually taking steps to actually put the money to develop the app. And so when the pandemic actually hit and everything happened, now it was just kind of like we really need to get this app going because the goal of the app is to provide a space online for some of our businesses that are usually not online. They might not have a website. They don't even have a Google page review. All those things provide that so that we can create more cash flows, but also show people all the little gems that are hidden in the city that are part
Hmm.
of like African, Black, Caribbean, and Latinx cultures.
Yeah.
And so the app became also a big focus. And we've I was in Toronto to film the full video of the app. We actually won a contest with the app thing. So we because again we had already started diversifying things. When
Yeah.
everything hit, we were able to refocus our energies to some of the things that could still work online or that could still work remotely. And so that's how we've been able to navigate everything, and yeah, so I'm really grateful for the team, everyone being understanding. And it's been a bit tough because this year we brought in new partners in LaConnexional, and we had this
Okay.
whole plan where we're gonna have like a retreat. We still had a retreat way before restrictions started getting really, really tough.
Yeah.
But it's really tough to bring in people when we can't really meet, we can't really like actually like have meetings in
Hmm.
person because meetings
Right.
are so hard online. But going, we've just been going with the flow and
Yeah.
controlling what we can control. And yeah, that was
No,
the
that
long
is
answer.
awesome. That
Yeah.
is awesome. And honestly, now is the time to like figure out, okay, how can we like just really make this smooth so then when things are up and we are given the green light, like we are set and hitting the floor running. Like, and I
So,
think that like that's why at the same time, like obviously if this was under like I wish this was under better circumstances, but it is I think a great opportunity right now that we do have this time to like take a break and actually have time to focus on us instead of getting distracted. Like, okay, I need to get this done, but my friend wants to hang out today. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know what? Now you can FaceTime, and you know what? Now you can multitask.
yeah,
So now we have
yeah,
more time and like we're forced to actually work on ourselves and our
yeah.
businesses, and it's beautiful what is coming from it, and I am
Mm,
super excited to see what comes after all of this, this,
yeah.
the new normal, I guess.
Yeah, no, like 100% big fact there, being able, people ask you to hang out, you're like, no, coronavirus is a pretty
Right.
good excuse. But
Right.
yeah, we do have more time to, if you wanted to start a side hustle, you can start looking at it, even like planning in the future because yeah, things might not be open now, but they're gonna eventually open, which was why even with the photo booth that we just started, we're kind of scared of starting it now because things are still not open. But we were like, if we do start it now, we can actually start engaging with people. And when
Exactly.
things are ready to go, we will be ready to go because we would have built the clients and customers. Even if they weren't customers, we have
Yeah.
always started engaging with them and they know we exist. So
Right.
you can even launch a business right now independent. It might be the best time for you to launch that business because you have time to create people, everyone is online. You have time to get people online, engage with them, create an email list, all these little things can that will help you like when things open because you'll be the first person that they think when they want something or they want a service. Yeah.
Right. No, that is like 100% true. Okay. Now we are talking about you adjusting with COVID and everything. I love this question, especially in this time, because it's a perfect time to shout out. So, my local businesses, creatives, and also if some people are on here and they don't know, you can learn about new creatives and businesses. So, top five local creatives and businesses. Like you
Oh,
can mix and match them. I
ah,
know it's hard. It's hard. It's a very hard question, but
Mm,
Everyone watching, no hard feelings if you are not able.
yeah, that's a tough question. Um, well, I think for one, there's well, local to Alberta is cool.
Mhm.
Alberta. Yeah. Okay. So one, I would say Kashi. Kashi is an underwear brand for actually unisex on the brand unisex underwear brand, and they I've tried the product and is the best underwear I've ever worn in my life. I literally swear by them now, and I shout them out first because honestly, like it's really hard to get something from idea to like product. And honestly, the product is so great. I can tell that they spend so much time crafting it, redoing it, and over again. And it's just crazy that some of these things not only are created in Edmonton or in Alberta, but they are also created by our own people. And so,
Yeah.
like, they are killing it. Kashi is the Instagram is at the best boxer brief. Who's super dope. Another brand that comes to mind right away will be Da Vinci watch.
I'm
Where
like,
am I?
hey!
Yo, okay, yo. So Da Vinci, yo, like, again, like it's so hard to get products like these, like you, this took time. And like when I see things like that, when I see it actually motivates me a lot more to like want to stay in Edmonton and want to grow in Edmonton or want to grow in Alberta because there are so many cool brands by that are being
Mhm.
created for us by us or by us for us, however you want to put that. And so they are the second one. Um, Third brand will be creatives. Ooh, Adana. Adana, she's design graphic designer, illustrator. She basically made the backbone of our logo. She is her work is amazing. If you go on her page, it's Adan X Art, something like that. But if you type Adana, I'm sure you find it. But her stuff is prime. It's super dope. She's really cool, and yeah, her stuff is just super dope. If you need anyone to make your logo that's like super cool and original, definitely reach out to her or any kind of illustration. She's really cool. Um, what else? Okay, that's three. Four. I mean, like Sea Tribe is. I don't know if that counts as Sea Tribe counts as
Yeah.
creative business. Sea Tribe is so much aspiration, so much admiration for what Sea Tribe is doing. A lot of what they are doing has inspired me a lot. Like the way Saul works, the way Saul operates, the way he's been able to create like so many partnerships. Huge respect. He's one of the people that I look up to in Edmonton.
Right.
He's a huge inspiration, and so like he's just a huge inspiration in terms of like being an entrepreneur and like going for things and creating partnerships. I look up a lot to him, and oof, just getting tougher and tougher. Fifth one, okay, Da Vinci, Kashi, C Tribe, Adana. That's a variety of different things. Um, and fifth would be I think like one of the best places that I've loved to eat. I've really always loved the food. Is um my forgetting the name. It's a Venezuelan place on White Ave. Oh my god, I love them so much. What's
What
going on?
restaurant?
It's a Venezuelan restaurant on White Ave.
Nigerian?
No, Venezuelan. It's a Latin
Oh,
restaurant.
Avila Arepas.
Arepa. Yeah. We've worked with them. We see Tribe. Again, I can name so many restaurants. Like Avila Arepa is super dope.
Amazing. I
Love
love
the
it.
food. Like they do plantain. They got me there. Like they have plantain in almost everything. So like I love it there. It's really dope. And like I mean, there's so many brands of creative that I could name. There's even like Auntie Dupe with her. We use her for catering. She's super great. We have ah off the top is hard to think, but there are so many cool creatives and businesses in Edmonton. And I think those would definitely be my top five, slash top 10 slash top 20. So
No, that's awesome. And do not worry, guys. If you did not get their names, we will be posting them down once we post this after. So do not worry. Okay? Don't stress. We will give you the hookup.
gotcha.
Okay? Okay, so next question. What are your guys' long-term goals as LaConnexional? I know it is a big question, but I guess in short, like a little, you know,
Hmm.
sneak peek.
In short, in short, is we really want to get the app being used as how do I say this better? Um, Long-term goal is to really be able to like connect African, Black, Caribbean, and Latinx businesses and people like seamlessly, like flawlessly. And so that is going to happen, I think, through our app that we are hoping to release next year. It's going to happen through the events that we do through the Afro Latin Festival, yeah. And so that is our long-term goal. That is our utopia to be able to connect these communities like seamlessly, but not only these communities, but also the greater Edmonton and Canadian communities, because the goal is to get everyone to buy our stuff, to buy ABCL, to buy Afro Black Caribbean Latin. And
Yes.
so that is the goal. We want to create cash flow in our communities. We want to create more money into our pockets. We want to make sure that we want ourselves to, we want to own our, how do I say it? We want to own our cultures. And I say we want to own our cultures because again, today there's so many things with like appropriation, where like you have like places that are making money off of other culture, which sometimes is cool, but when you have those same businesses that don't get the chance to make money on their own culture because
Yeah.
other people have better marketing, better resources, it really sucks because we
Yeah.
should be making money from our cultures. And so
Right.
that is the utopia. How do we make sure that our culture is not only well represented, authentic, but that we can also actually, if we want, monetize it, because we don't always want to monetize our culture as well. So yeah,
No. Yes, we are super excited. Like I've said this, we are so excited to see
I'm
what
excited.
is happening with you guys because we know you've been working hard. The app is going to be amazing. I'm super excited. I know we still have to fill out our stuff for that, guys. I know people can still go and put in like to be a part of the app, right?
Yes, you can still preview part of the app if you go on our website. Actually, yes, if you go of LaTandao.com, probably send a link. You can preview the app. You can kind of like see. It's not the full version, of course, but you can kind of see how it will hopefully work. And the goal is that we're gonna add a lot more features, as we go. Like if one day we're able to have like a delivery app inside of the app, yo, why not? Like because keep the
Right?
dishes takes a lot of money from these businesses. So what if you can create like a delivery thing within the app so that they don't have to get so much cut out of keep the dishes? That would be dope. So yeah,
I love it. I love it. I'm so excited, guys. Go follow LaConnexional. Like if you haven't done that yet, I don't even know what you're doing right now. Like I don't even
thanks for the shout out.
know.
Definitely follow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for
Yeah.
you. For those people that are watching from La Connexional, they might not know about Expose Egg. What is Expose Egg? What do you all do? Like, definitely go follow Expose Egg, but like, talk about what you all do. What is Expose Egg? What is the long term goal, or what is the short term goal? Whichever you
Oh
wanna.
my goodness,
Yeah.
it's getting switched. So Expose YEG, we are basically a not-for-profit organization that looks to connect local businesses and creatives. So we are kind of like on the same path of Black Connectional, just creating those connections and putting it out and stuff so that we can celebrate and support our local economy. And honestly, I'm like, the more of us that are doing this and pushing people, like it's already starting to happen where there is a huge shift happening in
Mm,
YEG and honestly all over.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we're doing with Expose. We have events, which Yvonne has said. We have had like our dance, choreo, what is it? I can't even.
Collaboration. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had our
Yeah.
dance classes,
Yeah.
guys. And then we've had our exposed events, which we haven't had for a minute. We've had our back to school events. It's basically just about giving back to the community and shedding light on businesses and creatives. And our goal is to do just that, where, like you said, it will be seamlessly and flawlessly like people will just be able to be like, okay, here is, I need to find a local store where I can grocery shop, or I need to find a sweater, or I need to find a watch. You know what I mean? Or I need to
Yeah.
find some lip gloss, or you know
Yeah.
what? Let me throw a keychain. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Exactly. Yeah.
what we want to do, and like just
Yeah.
continue making these connections like we are right now on live.
And yeah, that's really, and that's thing, like I think that is so dope because I feel like in Edmonton there is so much room for actually for all of us to coexist because there's so many partnerships you can actually have down the line. And I think sometimes people look and we often look at things as competition, but most of the time, like there's such a huge market. Like, what is the population of Edmonton again? Is so big. Like, you actually need partners to be able to service everyone. And like, I'm excited to see how we can keep working together and keep partnering in the future
Yes.
because there's so much room for that. So yeah.
No, I am so excited. Don't worry, we're going to do stuff. Big things are coming. Like, I'm
Hey,
super excited.
hey,
I guess you kind of already said this, but I guess I'll say it again. I'll ask you because it is very important. How can someone find you if they want to support you, check you guys out? Like, I know you guys have quite a bit of resources, so let them know.
yeah. So definitely you can find us on Instagram at LaConnexional. And so, oh, by the way, LaConnexional is French and Spanish. Yeah, just
Okay.
actually it's a mix of French, Spanish, and English because you said that I wanted. So it's like, so La Connexional stands for La Connexion Afro Latina. So,
Mm,
so connexion, the way we write connexion, that's the way you write it in French. And in Spanish, there's like an accent, I think, somewhere. And the
yeah.
la is basically a syllable. But la conexional is la connexion Afro Latina, which, Afro, Black, Canadian, and Latin. Anyways, yeah, I was going to say, so a la conexional, LaConnexional.
Okay.
And yeah, we have a website. You can find us on our website. And our website is almost all the information that you need. We're also on Facebook and we have a LinkedIn page. So yeah.
Awesome, guys. And do not worry if you missed that because you're sleeping. Don't worry, we are going to post it all here. Don't worry if you guys are actually on Facebook. You can see it in the banner below. Okay. Yes, guys, don't worry. We will give you all the deets. What kind of, I guess, content slash events can we look forward to in this? I guess in the next like couple months, I guess, because I know you guys are working on a lot. So I guess in the next couple months, what can we look forward to?
Ooh. Giveaways. We're gonna be doing some giveaways for sure. Not sure if it's gonna happen at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. It depends. The festival. I think when things go back to, hopefully when things go back to normal, that's probably going to be our first event because so many people have been telling me that, yo, when the festival comes back, I will pay
Right?
$100 to be there. So we're like,
Right? Like,
okay,
no, and everyone is
demand
dressing
is high.
up to show
Yeah.
out. Right?
So that is definitely our first one of our first event. And exactly when I was talking about the huge event that we're planning for the summer is if we get this partnership going, I think people are gonna be mind blown. Is I think Edmonton. I think we might be able to get people coming from Vancouver for this one. Maybe not the first year, but down the line,
Mhm.
this could just be like major because it will be at a whole different scale than what we are playing on right now. But yeah, I would say those are the two things. Of course, when we launch the app, we're definitely gonna have like a launching event with the app. I'm not sure how that's gonna look yet, but definitely a lot of giveaways are coming. Interaction online as always, but definitely the festival is the next most exciting things for us when things go back to normal or when we have somewhat of a new normal. Yeah.
Ooh, 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 we are pumped, y'all. Like I said, y'all, we are going to follow that connection out, guys. Like I said. So our last question here. Um, One of my favorites. That's why I like saving, the best for last. Because y'all, if you are tuned in right now, you get special advice from the professionals, guys. So you are, you don't have to say anything. But what advice would you give someone who is just starting out, whether they're a creative, a business, whatever it is?
Hmm. Oof. Oof. Just starting out, I think I personally think that right now is a tough time to just get started. Just because with everything going, there's so much going. Like getting started. If you're just starting now, I think it's gonna be really tough. But my biggest advice will be consistency. I think
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing I learned over the years because I can honestly say that because I've been able to build consistency is almost a second nature to me. So even when the pandemic hits, a lot of things happened, but it's that I couldn't stop myself. Like I was already being consistent. I was already on the roll. I was just doing things. And so like consistency and action, I think those are the biggest thing that I've learned over the years because when you take actions, even if you fail, you're gonna learn from those actions. And the more consistent you are, the more not only the more you see yourself learning new skills, you actually see how you're evolving,
yeah,
and the more people on the other side also start to see how serious you are about what you're doing. And
yeah,
so I think when those two mix, I think for me, that's kind of like, I think that's the one of the main ingredient of the secret sauce. Just being able to like be consistent and take action consistently. I'm a person that I hate planning. Like when it comes to planning, I give that to other people in my team. I just do things. And so it really gonna depend on people as well. But I think for me, that's what has worked and that's the advice I can give. Stay taking actions, whether you fail or you succeed, you're gonna learn either way, and stay consistent as much as possible so that you can actually see yourself learning new skills and you can actually people because again for people to support your business often, unfortunately, they is that you need to be on a crazy kind of hustle, which is
yeah.
unfortunate. Only until you blow up. When you blow up, you can do one thing one a
Yeah, you can
year
delegate. You can
and
delegate.
ease whatever. But at the beginning, whether that's your family or your friends, if you do something, if you're not consistent, they might not even support you or they might
Yeah.
not have the will to support you, which honestly kind of sucks. But I think that's what I've learned, and I think it is what it is.
No, guys, that is the advice. Like, honestly, consistency is key. And it is hard, guys. But like I said before, the road to greatness is not an easy one. And that is something that, like, exposed, like, with everything, like, it is hard to stay consistent, especially because, behind these organizations, businesses, art, you know, we are people who have lives, who go through
Yeah.
our own obstacles and storms. Like we are all like dealing with, and then we're like, oh, you don't have time to go and have a breakdown because you have exams, or you have to work. Your work forgot to book you, like not book you the night before, and so now you have to work the night before your huge event. But you know what? People paid money for your event and
Yeah.
whatnot. So you better get up and get it done. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's a big facts. Like real people. That's we've actually forget that we're people.
Right.
We like feelings and lies and yeah. So
Right.
yeah.
No, but thank you so much, Yvonne, for coming on here. It has been a pleasure, guys. If you are wondering what I'm rocking, this is
Oh
LaConnexional. Go follow Laco Tribe. Did I say that right?
yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yes. Go follow them. And you can see Yvonne here. He is wearing on Facebook this way. Okay, Instagram this way. But he is rocking the newest drop of La Connection out of the Laco Tribe. Make sure y'all go check them out. Go cop it. Amazing, amazing. Like guys, I'm not. I've worn this. I know people who are watching this. They're like, "How many times is this girl gonna wear this on exposed weekly?" But I'm like, "Do you know how cold it is out right now? Like, this is my comfy sweater. Like, it is so comfy. I love it. Like everyone, I always get compliments. So like free compliments. Throwing it on every day. You know what I mean? No,
Thank
but
you so much. It's like this. I think like the triplex, the hoodie that you wearing is actually probably I think is definitely our. We're so proud of that release. Everyone that has bought it, I've seen people wear it. Like I've seen people wear it casually so often. I'm like, we
right.
did that.
And I
That's
see
kind of
it, and I'm like,
cool.
"Hey, I'm wearing mine too."
Yeah,
I don't even know the person, but we have a
yeah,
connection because of it.
yeah. So it's thanks. We really appreciate it. Yeah.
No, thank you so much, guys. Um, we cannot wait for what's coming. We will be posting everything down here, how you guys can check them out, follow them, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Yvonne. We will chat soon, and we thank you again so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Daisy. Thank you,
No problem.
Exposure team for doing all the follow-ups. I know you planned this like 2 weeks ago, like a month, like maybe a month in advance. I don't know. I don't remember, but this was at least 2 weeks in advance, and it was really great because I often when people like reach out to us for like podcasts, we figure out things the day before, but everything was figured out like a week before and 2 weeks before.
Trying. I'm
And
like
we just got
trying the
stuff.
best we
So
can.
that's dope.
No, thank you. Thank you. You take care. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye bye.
See you. Guys, do not come out of here because, like I said at the beginning, we have a giveaway that is happening. Okay. Right here, you can't really see it. Let me turn right here, there on Instagram. You guys can see it. You can't see it on Facebook as well, but down here you can. We have a crew neck here. It is exposed. Merch right here. It is a large, but we are giving it away, y'all. Do not. Whoa, hold up. Do not run and all come at once, guys. You will have your opportunity to win this. We will be posting very soon for you to win this beautiful Padfolio. Yes, you can insert your iPad here, all that good stuff. We will be making a post here after, and you will just have to follow us, follow LaConnexional, obviously, and comment some friends under a post. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Again, tomorrow, guys, is Fresh Friday and Feature Friday. So if you guys have something going on, please reach out to us and let us know. If you want to be involved in Exposed Weekly, please reach out to us. Guys, thank you so much for coming on here. We are so excited. LaConnexional, thank you so much for coming on here. Guys, please go follow LaConnexional. Go follow Laco Tribe, LaTandao. Hopefully I said that right. That is their app. Also, Ebony keychains, guys. Yvonne, these are, look at them. And they are each unique. Like no other one is the same. Like, look, see? But they actually are different. This one's a little bit smaller. And I'm like, oh, these are the best. Guys, go follow them. They are affordable. They are, guys, look, there. You're welcome. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. We cannot wait to come back here. We hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and you guys enjoy your time with your family. Make sure you call your loved ones and all that good stuff. You guys stay amazing. Thank you so much for your support. 1,300 followers, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Exposed team loves you. I know, like, me and Naomi are super excited and super happy. But yes, guys, we will talk soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I hope y'all have a wonderful night.